Yo, what's up, son? Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet, and together with me, with the Apostate Prophet, it is today Mr. David Wood. Mr. David Wood, how you doing?
I'm doing like that.
How,
Just going to send out the link. Sending out the link to all the peeps. All the peeps need the links. Live with the Apostate Prophet.
Yeah, some people are wondering how I hum the song perfectly every time. It's because I practice it all the time. That's how every single time when I go live, it appears like that. Yeah. Anyway, David, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Doing? How's everybody doing?
We're all good.
So yes, I wasn't planning on going live tonight because, to be honest, I feel kind of sick. But then I decided to just go live anyway. So,
I messaged you and said, "Hey, we should go live about this."
Yeah, then I was looking around and I thought, hey, maybe I should go live about this topic. So then I messaged David and said, hey, what's up? Let's go live. And David said, yeah, fine, whatever. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, because it's basically everyone's instantly started sending me a request. Hey, you going to cover this? But I already had a live stream set up to go through Sajid's new video at 5. So I was thinking, okay, we can do this over on AP's channel. But I was also thinking tomorrow's supposed to be going through all the horrible latest updates with Muhammad Hijab and him blackmailing a sheikh to try and cover up what he did. And then on Friday, I think I'm going to be on God Logic's channel again. So there was no chance to do it before the weekend unless we did it right now. And so what do? We go live right now.
Yeah. And I was in the middle of lecturing my students today on the benefits of breastfeeding adults. And then I got this message and I thought, okay, this is important. We got to do this. So we will talk more about breastfeeding adults and the benefits of it at some other time. So, all right. What do you know about Lubna? Lubna, David?
Very little, except that YouTube has recommended some of her videos to me in the past, I want to say 2 months. I clicked on it a couple times, watched for a couple minutes, but she's basically sharing her thoughts on. So I think she was arguing with Christian Prince let me check that. Does that sound right? Someone was arguing with Christian Prince about stuff, and Christian Prince was responding to something. I think that was Lubna. I will search for Christian Prince. But I don't know, because I think she took a bunch of her stuff down, though. Huh.
Yeah, that's the thing. The issue is, I said it before we went live, but normally when I see somebody talk about Islam, Muslims related stuff, especially if it's a woman, which usually requires a little bit more courage, I check it out. For some reason, I never checked out her stuff before. I have no idea what she talks about, and I had it recommended to me in the past. To my understanding, she was a Muslim still, but was kind of a
liberal or secular or something.
Liberal Muslim or something. But then I also heard that she's an ex-Muslim and all that. So I'm not entirely sure what is right and what is wrong about this.
Yeah, so I looked it up, and even though she took down her stuff, other videos between her and Christian Prince popped up. So yeah, I think that's when I saw it was being recommended, was her going back and forth with Christian Prince. But as far as I could gather from her just titles and thumbnails, kind of just talking about whatever people are bringing up to her, like, hey, what are you going to say about this? What are you going to say about that? I think. But yeah, so, and then I don't even know what's happened today, except for sounds like some people were threatening her about something she's saying, and that her safety was in danger, and therefore she's having to change things up.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so I don't know what the thing is. I wanted to sit down today and actually check out what it's all about and what she did in the past, and then I noticed that all her videos are gone. So I found a little bit of stuff here to go through, and want to check that out a little bit, and then see what exactly drove her to what exactly drove her to down declaring that she is quitting because she's getting threats and all that. Because normally, I mean, she's just talking about Muslims, right? She's talking about the Muslim community. She's talking about reforming Muslim community and criticizing the Muslim community, criticizing Islamic things and all that. And you don't hear it very often that Muslims get violent or that Muslims get threatened. So I was very surprised that she was threatened and that she was getting bad reactions because Muslims happen to be very, very peaceful people who usually
and it's a religion of peace.
Yeah. So that's that.
It's weird.
That's that. It is very, very weird. It's very, very, very weird. I'm shocked and I'm surprised by what I've seen about supposedly threats and all that. I still can't believe it. So let us see. Let us see. Let us see.
Let us see. Let us see. Let us see.
The letter C. I see that there is there's one news article where it says that she is going viral. I don't know if this is an Indian site, but there is a news article about her. Let's have a look at that for a second here before we go. Republic says Pakistan origin British YouTuber Lubna's unfiltered and blistering reality check video shredding pro-Pakistan narratives goes viral. That's what it says. That's what it says right here. Lubna criticized some British Pakistanis for downplaying the brutality of the gruesome terror attack at scenic by Saran Valley in Jammu Kashmir's Pahalgam. This is the terrorist attack that we talked about yesterday. There was apparently a video of her. You can also see it right here. The video that they linked to is actually private now. So you can't find the video anymore. And they're quoting her as, for example, addressing those who praise the Pakistani army and who stand with Pakistan against India in this whole dilemma as, are you stupid? Are you thick? The situation in Pakistan is very bad. It's literally crumbling from within, and people want to break the country up into separate pieces. She went on to expose Pakistan.
Oh, is that what caused this whole thing? It's like recent, and she was just telling the Pakistan, she's talking trash about Pakistan and saying, hey, what are you guys doing? You guys think you're going to win? What are you, stupid? That was it. And then they're like, oh, we'll destroy you.
I guess so. I don't know. That's what it looks like. Asking the British Pakistanis to wake up, and so on. Apparently, people got angry about this. She also went after the Pakistani army and how it's ridiculous, and they've killed their own people and raped their own women, and so they're corrupt and so on. Apparently, she got into some really big trouble because of this with the Pakistani British community, considering that that the UK is basically the second Pakistan.
Hold up, hang on. So what she's in trouble for is she criticized the extremely gay Pakistani army, who are a bunch of men all in love with each other and who have wild orgies with camels every night. Is that true? All she did was say something about these extremely gay camel and goat loving Pakistani chomo artists. That would happen? She criticized them? Is that a no-no? Is that a no-no nowadays? Making fun of the extremely gay Pakistani army for all their orgies with goats and dolphins?
Well, the thing is that I mean, let's be fair here. Pakistan has a big, rape and sexual frustration problem. Pakistan has a problem of, rape inside the army, of being pretty gay and being pretty, child molesting, having sex with goats, and so on. So there is a lot of stuff going on, of course. But that said, we don't have to attack them just because they're child rapists and because they rape goats and donkeys.
Yeah, I know. And we shouldn't criticize them for being the descendants of the people of Al-Zut who gangbanged Muhammad.
Exactly.
That one time. Yeah. Like you don't want to keep pointing out, hey, these Pakistani dudes, the reason they can't stay away from goats or dolphins or anything else, it's they're just extremely horny. That's why when Muhammad was trying to recite the Quran to them, they gangbanged them. They couldn't help themselves.
Exactly. So we shouldn't be criticizing.
We don't want to criticize these gay dudes. That's wrong.
We don't want to criticize an extremely horny.
To each his own.
Yeah, that rapes their own people and rapes their own commanders and all that, where they end up basically raping each other in the as soldiers and so on. So we don't want to go after them. This was kind of kind of very, very bad to criticize them just because they are rapists and child.
Yeah, we're not here to judge these guys.
Yeah.
We're not here to judge these guys for their gay orgies and for banging goats and camels and dolphins and even the false prophet Muhammad. We're not here to judge them for any of that. To each his own.
I mean, after all, let's be serious here. After all, we are dealing with victims of incest, you know. So it's not really their fault. I mean, if they are victims of incest, if they are you know, victims of so much incest, it just leads to bad things. You know, what do you expect? So I wouldn't be judging them for this. You know?
Yeah, after 40 generations of first cousin marriage,
yeah,
you're gonna lose some brain cells, right? But you still have all the parts of your brain that make you, you know, you still have the parts that are, you know, obsessed with banging anything with a hole, whether it's a dolphin or a camel or a goat or another dude, or even your fake child molesting prophet. You can't tell the difference. And so, like, if you were to go to one of these guys and you were to say, look, watch this. If you were to go to one of these guys and you say, hey, look, you know, here's a page of the Quran, and oh, look, just like Sheikh Yasser Qadi said, there's a hole in the narrative. There's a hole in the narrative here. If you were to say this, all they would see is like, oh, look, there's a hole here. I need to bang it like I bang the camel, like I bang the goat. I see a hole, right? That's all they see. That's all they see. And so we don't want to offend these guys. We don't want to make fun of them. It's not their fault, right? It's their ancestors' fault for all the first cousin marriage and so on. So now they're to a point where, you know, they just respond with anger and rage towards everything. But that doesn't mean we're going to make fun of them or try to tick them off. But you know, still, they shouldn't be coming after Lubna like that, because there could be consequences for that kind of thing.
You mean anger and rape, not anger and rage?
Yeah, that too.
So yeah, so that's what's up. That's what's going on. So apparently there have been some problems because of you know, criticism of India and criticism of criticism of Pakistan and the Pakistani army and so on. So yeah, this is basically what's happening. And as a result of whatever happened, whatever unfolded, she took down so many of her videos and also made a declaration that she will stop talking about this stuff. That she also alerted the police
about anything, or just about the extremely gay goat lovers of the Pakistani army. A bunch of sniveling cowards, 40 generations of first cousin marriage, IQs of like 50, and that's being generous, obsessed with banging goats. Is she just going to stop talking about them, or is she just going to stop talking, period?
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
She's going to start communicating with a dry erase board like Ali Dawa's wife?
I think so. But let's check it out. Let's check out what she actually said.
Okay. Yeah, we should watch it.
Let's check out what she actually said. Alhamdulillah.
Oh my God.
Look, she said, oh my God. How is she an atheist?
You see, this is the proof. She's challenging them to a mubahala.
Okay.
So guys, I have just scheduled this live.
She say scheduled?
Scheduled. Who says scheduled?
British people.
Oh yeah.
Let's check the schedule. I've scheduled this.
On you expecting anyone to join me. Literally just scheduled this now.
She did it twice.
And I thought I wanted to give you guys an update on the situation. So some of you guys may have noticed that across both of my YouTube channels, I have taken down videos. The majority of the videos. And my life is basically at risk. I'm gonna cut to the chase. My life is at risk.
Welcome to the club.
My videos down on both of my channels. I've just left literally a few of them, and I'm still shaking from last night's experience. I've involved the police, and I can't share everything with you guys for obvious reasons, because it's not just my supporters watching this. It's everybody else, the whole world, and they don't necessarily have the best interest. So I am shaking.
So, I obviously don't know what exactly happened, but there are, of course, certain hints here. And one of the things that probably happened here is very obvious. She lives in England. She's surrounded by a very friendly community of fellow Pakistani Muslims. And those Pakistani Muslims, if you say something that they don't like
that their army is gay,
yeah,
and that they bang goats and stuff.
yes, then they might come
dolphins?
and threaten her. And she is, as far as I understand, she's a mother. She has 2 kids. I don't know if she's a single mom or something. I don't know, but she, I would guess that in Pakistan too, which would be England, people probably came to threaten her and to harass her and try to force her into shutting her stuff down and probably threatening her with unspeakable things, upon which she alerted the police. It also says here on her community post, "I have involved the police and have decided to stop my activism, so will no longer discuss the topics I was discussing. I may keep a limited online presence to speak about general news and life, etc. I'm proud of the community we built here. But I'm a single parent," oh yeah, there's the answer, "and my safety and children are the priority. We'll keep in regular touch so you all know I'm okay. Keep me and my family in your prayers, please."
Wait, so when she says she's not going to address these topics, she's specifically referring to talking about the Pakistani army being a bunch of goat bangers and doing orgies with camels and various other animals and dolphins. And really, I mean, I've heard that the only way you can get the Pakistani army to fight anyone at all is you have to say, "Hey, there's a goat behind the enemy lines and stuff," and they'll all charge. "Oh, we must go get the goat so we can bang the goat."
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was saying stuff like that, and then
that is how things generally unfold in Pakistan.
Okay. But so she was telling the truth about the Pakistani army and the Pakistani.
Yeah, apparently she doesn't want to talk about incest, cousin marriage and all that anymore. So, because it puts her in danger. So that's what it looks like.
Okay. So telling the truth about the extremely gay goat lovers of the Pakistani army is a no-no, apparently. So precisely. Guys, let's all keep that in mind and be careful not to say anything about the Pakistani army and their goat and camel orgies.
By the way, do you know how much of Pakistan is
inbred? All of them
is engaged in cousin marriage.
Some massive percentage.
Yeah, it is.
Like
I think
80% or something.
Country with the highest amount of cousin marriage. As far as I understand, let me see what's the data here. Right now, Pakistan is considered, was it 65? 65% of Pakistan has the highest rates of cousin marriage globally, followed by India, and with India, it is then the Muslim community in India. Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Iran, Egypt, and Turkey, 20%.
Muhammad married his first cousin, Zainab, who was also the wife of his own adopted son, until he lusted after his own first cousin, who was married to his adopted son, and caused his adopted son to divorce her so that Muhammad could have his first cousin.
I don't even understand. What's wrong with you people? Look at this. 247 million people, and most of them marry their cousins.
Yeah, you've got all these people. There's no shortage of people. You have tons of people. And you're like, "Oh, if anyone's going to bang my cousin, I have to. It must be me."
I will not let anybody bang my cousin. Only I can do it.
I saw that clip. I saw that clip on YouTube. With Jonah Hill when he's in that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. That Wolf of Wall Street. And I looked it up because in the movie, his character married his first cousin, and he was saying, I wasn't going to let anyone else bang my cousin. My cousin's hot, so I had to bang her. No, I'm not going to let anyone else bang her. But anyway, I looked it up, and it's true. The dude in real life that his character is based on married his first cousin.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, you don't have to go very far. You can just. Yeah. I think cousin is just.
It's like they're like, well, let's it's easier because we already know the family. We're already close with the family. So the in-laws all know each other. We don't have to run any risk about people not getting along with each other. Let's all just bang our first cousins.
Let's keep it in the family.
And that's Pakistan. And guys, you see the results. So this is a cultural issue in Pakistan. They are the only people they are attracted to. The only things they are attracted to besides goats and camels and dolphins and other animals are their first cousins. You have to be a very close cousin for a Pakistani man to be attracted to you. And you see the results after generation after generation after generation. This is what you get. Look at Pakistan.
I mean, to be fair, it could be worse. For example, I know that there's a lot of stuff where they also go after they also go for their sisters, their siblings. To be fair, they also could end up marrying their siblings, which they don't do. They usually just just keep it informal without marriage.
And it's totally normal there. Like, boys are just get banged left and right. That's totally serious. It's considered just normal that if you're a young boy, that the adults around you, even your imam and all this, they're all having sex with you and so on. It's not considered gay, but you don't marry the little boy. You just have sex with them until you marry your first cousin. And then they've just had generations of this, and the result is now Pakistan. And somehow we're not supposed to say anything about it. Somehow we're just supposed to keep quiet about it. It's like with Muhammad. It's like all the messed up stuff he did, and they're not denying it. They're just saying, don't talk about it. It's like, how do we not talk about it? How do we not talk about Muhammad getting banged, getting ridden and banged all night long by a bunch of Pakistanis?
All night long.
All night long, all night.
Yeah, you can see here on her Twitter page, which she doesn't use very much. She has links to the stuff that she published, but every single one of them is private now. Muslims in Britain have the decency to engage with this. Non-Muslim women are seen as unclean. Ooh. Pakistani community in Britain, listen up.
Yeah, listen up, Pakistani community. Quit banging the goats and all the other stuff.
Look, Britain's inherited problem child, Pakistan, Pakistanis, and so on. So all of that is gone. All of this is gone. This English lady is fed up of the Islamification of Britain, gone, and so on. So
people said that later in her video she actually shares the threats against her and stuff. So they actually do. She actually does share what was said.
I think the one reason why I never was interested in watching her is that I saw that she was on this show The Apprentice in England.
She was on The Apprentice?
Yeah, so I thought, okay, I have no interest. But
yeah, that sounds extremely lame.
Yes, that's very, very lame. But still,
and again, it's not even the cool one with Donald Trump back in the day. It's who? Some British guy? Yeah. Oh, I have to say, Governor, you're fired. Isn't it? Like, who wants to watch that? No one.
But yeah, let's see.
Still, I've had a very sleepless night, and this will be an emotional live.
Me and AP are both sympathetic.
When I started this YouTube channel, I wanted a YouTube channel. I wasn't sure what I'm going to speak about, and as most YouTubers, I slowly started experimenting with different subjects. But all the subjects that I was speaking about wasn't what I wanted to speak about. And then I started speaking about what I really, really wanted to. And then I was surprised that people want to hear my voice and they are interested as well. And then I built a community here. I've done public lives with you guys. A lot of you guys have been my supporters for a long time. And I think, we've built something good here that is positive. The intent has always been good. It's to unite people. Sadly, the tolerance levels within the community, the Muslim and Pakistani community.
I mean, she was doing well. I don't know how long ago she started out with this stuff, but 80,000 subscribers. So lots of people were actually watching her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's a lot of people watching. And then just because she drew attention to the Pakistani army, which we all know what they do with goats and camels.
Yeah, Canada on BBC, The Apprentice UK, poetry book. I was born and raised in England as a Muslim. Parents were born in Pakistan and grandparents in India.
Oh, she's Pakistani.
This panel is to encourage critical thinking and positive social reform by providing a platform for regular people from all backgrounds to have a voice, civil, respectful discussion. So that's apparently what she was.
Hey, what? How many subscribers is she up to? Because someone said she was at 76,000 this morning.
80,000.
So she's getting lots of subscribers from this. Smart. If she can kind of point out all the threats against her, she made everything private, and then, you know, keep things private until she can get into a safer spot, and then relaunch, make it unprivatize everything from a safer area. This will all work out to her advantage.
Yeah, apparently she was doxxed last night and so on. So
Is generally very, very low. We all know this. So although my intentions were good, you know, I was calling it the bad apples only, not the good ones. I never said anything bad about the good ones, of course, because they're good. I was talking about the bad people,
Pakistanis.
and I was condemning it because I felt as if, do you know what? Maybe people think all of us are like this because I was listening to the feedback, and the feedback was we're not condemning it enough. And that's all I was doing. I've never ever criticized the religion. I've never done any of that kind of stuff. But sadly, because the type of people I'm trying to get through to, they have low tolerance. And I think maybe even intellectually, they're not necessarily ready for what I have to offer.
Pakistanis aren't intellectually ready?
I don't think it's worth it for me. I think I've done my part. And
that was like the nicest way to insult these people. That's a bunch of imbeciles. Maybe they're not intellectually ready to.
Yeah, I would say, hey, after 40 generations of first cousin marriage, you guys are so insanely stupid. You don't even understand, and you just react with rage about anything because you can't process. You can't process the actual arguments or evidence that's being presented. I would say it like that, you know, something like that, and then I would probably talk about their army, the Pakistani army, banging goats and camels and dolphins and stuff, and each other and little boys because they're sick, and they're only willing to fight if there's a goat involved as incentive. But so I would say it like that. But she said basically the same thing, but really, really nicely and gently.
Yes.
You know, I've tried my best to unite people. I've tried my best to be a bridge between the different communities. The psychology is very different. I've tried my best. That's all I could say. Although I did want to stick it out for this year. My son wanted me to get 100k subscribers. He wanted me to get the YouTube button. But
oh, you're going to get 100,000 subscribers.
Like the experience that I've had last night, where I had to call the police. And again, I can't give details. I can't continue talking about the stuff that I talk about. And frankly speaking, I don't want to. I think it's been very clear to me the last couple of years, as my age is increasing, that I've outgrown the community that I'm from. I've outgrown them. Okay, I'm not saying that they're bad. They're amazing people, fantastic. I wish them good luck. I wish the Pakistani community good luck. I wish the Muslim community good luck. I feel that within me, I've had a battle for a long time. And frankly speaking, I've outgrown my community. So I've done my part trying to help be a bridge and all that kind of stuff. But if they don't appreciate it, if they don't want to hear, you know, anything from me, then there's no point of me continuing with this, especially when my life is at risk. There are people that think it's okay to harm someone, even though I haven't done any blasphemy. Then I've never criticized a religion. Even then, they just, you know, they don't necessarily feel that I should have a voice and say what I'm saying. So what I'd like to tell these people that I'm out. I'm not going to be talking about the Muslim community, the Pakistani community. I wish you guys good luck.
So, unfortunately, as she says, lots of these people, lots of the Muslims, lots of the Pakistanis would happily and readily and lovingly hurt people because they say the wrong things. And of course, this is very normal. And I'm pretty sure that lots of people, British people, who are a little bit honest to themselves and who are not idiots like their government, probably know this already, that when you speak to Muslims, you have to be careful. When you speak about stuff that Muslims value, when you speak about things that people from Pakistan value, you have to be very, very careful. Otherwise, you can get in danger. They could easily beat you up or even stab you or whatever it is. She was brave enough to speak up for a while. Now she has basically given in because of the death threats. At some point, you also realize that, I guess, especially in her situation, she's a single mother taking care of kids. She probably thinks my kids and my family are more important than whatever this is. So this is how you can intimidate people, especially if you have a country like the UK where Muslims can just do whatever they want, and the UK just lets them do whatever they want, whereas everybody else has to watch it and obey the laws. You know.
Someone said she has 2 kids and she's a single mom.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She should be careful with this. If she complains more that she's afraid, she might get arrested by the UK police for being Islamophobic.
Yeah, they'll toss her in prison for 7 years. How dare you be scared of the people who say they're gonna do whatever they're saying they're gonna do?
Well, Lubna, we've got a problem here. You have expressed that you are terrified because people come at your door and threaten you and your family. They say they could hurt you, but you went online and you expressed that you're scared of this. Why would you do that? It's not very nice. It's not very kind. Do you realize how many people you're hurting by telling people that you're scared of these death threats? This is not okay. You have to go to prison now, Lubna.
That's what they do.
Stop trying to come after me and harm me. I'm a single parent.
Excuse me.
It's okay, AP.
And so I need to let these people know that I'm not going to be making the content that I was making. I'll talk about, I'm not saying I'm not going to be on YouTube. I will be on YouTube, but I'll just talk about general topics, general stuff. You know, I'll give less of my opinion. I'll talk about general stuff. So there's stuff that I don't talk about on this channel because obviously everyone's watching. I've said that my critics watch as well. Around 6-7 months ago, I had to make a decision between my job, which was high paying, and this channel. My employer gave me a decision. It's the channel or it's the job. And I chose the YouTube channel. They had a policy at their workplace not to have like a social media presence, etc. So I had to make a decision.
She actually, she was on The Apprentice because she was, I think, she wasn't a successful business woman who created her own business and stuff.
No, I've been in a very similar spot. So all you can do with a PhD in philosophy is teach philosophy. So it's normally understood you go and teach philosophy after you graduate and so on. And it wasn't anyone telling me, it wasn't anyone at the university telling me you can't do both these things. It was just me sort of reading the writing on the wall and saying, okay, if I'm out there criticizing Islam and I'm a professor, they're going to harass the crap out of the university. Why? They were already doing that when I was a graduate student. They're already whining to the university that I'm there. So what are they going to do if I'm actually a professor there or something like that? Can't do it. So you had to pick. Either I have to totally back off of Islam and stop criticizing it and just go live my life, or I can continue going after Islam, in which case I got to drop that one. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing how stupid they are, because if they weren't like that, if they weren't, hey, if you can't work a normal job, you know, like they got Thaddeus fired recently from his job. If they weren't like that, my time would be pretty darn divided between teaching and grading papers on the one hand, and then YouTube. In other words, I would have had way less time for YouTube. But these guys forced me into a situation. I have to pick one or the other. Well, guess what? There are all kinds of people who can teach philosophy. There aren't a lot of people who can just wreck Islam on YouTube. So I'm going to deal with what's more needed. So I did that. It's a similar situation with Thaddeus. So he's got his job. YouTube's kind of like a little side thing that he's doing, but then he gets fired for it. And he's like, okay, I'll just do YouTube. I'll just do YouTube full time. And what's he doing now? Now he's putting out way more content. It's like, gosh, are you guys stupid?
Yeah, they are stupid.
They're pretty
so
stupid.
Here's her profile from The Apprentice with these weirdos here, whoever they are. Lubna, a mother of 2, reveals that good role models were lacking in her life, so she decided to become her own. I don't know when this was. It says age 33. She enjoyed studying and focused on educating herself first, which gave her the confidence to pursue her dreams and aspirations. Now she believes she has the whole package: book smarts, and street smarts, and describes herself as a dark horse. I came from a council estate. I have made myself into something good, and I'm on my way to becoming something great. Finance manager. Here she is. So that's her.
Luton. That makes sense. That's Islam Central, man.
Yeah, that's Pakistan in the UK.
That's little Pakistan there.
Pakistan in the UK. Man.
And although it was a high-paying job, I left my high-paying job to continue on this journey. And it doesn't pay that much. For those of you guys who are thinking, oh, you're getting money. Yeah, I'm getting money, but it's not paying as much as my job. Okay. I'm a qualified chartered accountant. I was on a high-paying job, 6-figure package. I didn't need to do a YouTube channel, guys. It's a hard work. I was working and I was doing this YouTube channel at the same time. So when I left my job, then I started the Hindi channel as well, because frankly speaking, I needed the money. I'm a single parent. You know, I'm not getting.
Look at this, David. This is one of your people.
Where?
Crying, Jay. Crying does nothing for me.
What's wrong with you, Jay? Dude, Jay, you got to learn, buddy. You got to learn. Yeah, maybe crying does nothing. You got to understand other people are different from you, and you need to realize that you're the weird one. And so don't be blabbing about it. Just keep your lack of sympathy to yourself.
It's okay. We tolerate differences on this channel. We know how you people feel about crying and all that.
That's what I'm saying. We know that. You don't have to blab it.
Yeah.
It's better to you just sit there and go like this. That's it.
On this channel, we are very, very inclusive, and we also inclusively tolerate you people, antisocial people. So, yeah.
Money from anywhere else. I've tried my best to bring people together, to be a bridge. But sadly, what this community hears is something else. What I'm saying and what they're hearing is completely different. So when they have no, when they don't want me to help them, there's no point of me putting my life at risk. There's some people who are trying to harm me. They're trying to harm me. And of course, I did call the police last year for online threats. But this time, where people are trying to... I believe they have found me. Okay, I believe they know where I live. And there's something that's happened last night where, which I can't talk about. The police came to my house. And I need to move, basically. I need to get out of it. I wish...
That's so messed up, man.
By the way, I've heard that repeatedly in the UK. From... The people I heard it from were ex-Muslims, multiple ex-Muslims, but she might be an ex-Muslim by some of their standards and so on, but she's not even like renouncing Islam, I don't think.
I mean, in America, we can, I'm walking around with a gun at home, so we have that privilege. Unfortunately, in the UK, it's like, oh no, we can't do that. You can't defend yourself at all. And by the way, in order to decrease the amount of public knife attacks, we're going to ban ninja swords. We're going to ban ninja swords now. This will solve the problem. And meanwhile, you people will be less able to defend yourselves against the terrorist. Sorry, excuse me. Did I just say terrorist? That sounds awfully Islamophobic of me.
Wish these people good luck. And I don't care. It's for the people who are like, oh, you're doing al-taqiyya, or we're not going to support you anymore. I'm sorry, but if you don't give a shit about my life when I'm a single parent, and if you're talking about, oh, the extremist one, well, then good luck. Why don't you open a channel, show your face, show your name, and you open the channel. You do what I've done. The fact is, very few people can do what I have done. It takes guts, okay? I thought I'm trying to...
Balls. She's got the balls.
Take some jumbo-sized coconut balls.
Yes, this is true. Especially in the UK.
Yeah, in the UK.
It is easy for me to sit here and to talk. In the United States of America, where we're proud to be American.
Where you have an arsenal waiting for anyone who would try to do you harm.
Yes, but in the UK, everyone is very close together. Everybody knows each other, and you can't even have pepper spray.
Especially, I mean, you're talking like Luton. I don't know if she's still there. She moved somewhere else, but yeah.
I can do something positive. The reason why from this community, lots of people, you know, a lot of you guys complain, why are more people not coming out from this community? Why are they not condemning? This is the reason why. You're the first to get attacked. In our Western minds, this is no reason to kill someone. But sadly, the psychology of some of the people that we're dealing with is the tolerance is so low. Like, in their minds, you've done enough that they can take your life. Like, they will justify it.
Okay, but the thing is, it's not their fault, considering that she already just admitted that they are intellectually disabled, so they don't know better. Now, here's the thing. Look, I would understand. Okay, I would understand if a non-Muslim person, if a so-called, English white British person, resorted to violence and resorted to violent threats and all that, and we then called them out and blamed them. I would understand that, because you normally wouldn't expect such a thing from a white British non-Muslim person. However, when such reactions come from from Pakistani Muslims, you can't blame them. They don't know better. This is why when such things happen, we usually, if a regular Western person does something terrible, everybody talks about it. But when there are many, many Muslim terrorist attacks, then we're like, oh, no, let us not point out that this is about, no, it must be about something different. Those people, they just don't know better. So, yeah, you shouldn't be criticizing them. They just don't know better.
Especially the Hindi channel. I've worked so hard. There were people trying to, like other YouTubers, trying to bring down my channel. So I was putting so much effort. The guests that I've brought on that channel are A-list guests. Now, considering that I'm not even Indian and I'm a small YouTuber, the fact that I was even able to get those kind of guests, people can see how hard I was working. Okay, I've been working my ass off, interviewing people, doing public lives, doing reaction videos, making my own content. I tried my best. My life is at risk, guys. I'm sorry. So whoever's watching this, if you're one of the extremists who are trying to come after me, I'm not interested in talking about this community. I'm not interested in talking about Pakistanis or Muslims anymore. I just wish you guys good luck.
I'll do it.
I'm not going to be talking about this stuff.
I'll do it too. Yeah, as far as I can see, she started out with just making videos about, giving life advice and business advice and things like that. But then she switched slowly to just talking about actual social matters, which she wanted to rather talk about. And now she's dealing with the very, very bad consequences of doing that. Very, very bad.
You right?
Alhamdulillah.
I think I've outgrown the community, and I think you guys you're at your own pace. Okay, the reason why I've outgrown the community, and I'm not trying to demean them in any way, is because it's not just because I've studied. Okay, because other people have studied and they're still radicals. It's because of my upbringing that my mother and my parents were not radicals. They weren't that extreme, and also because I've traveled and I've got critical reasoning skills. I think for myself. Okay, very few people. We all think that we think for ourselves, but we're all indoctrinated. All of us are indoctrinated. It takes a lot of courage and it takes time to really reflect and think about things and, challenge your community, whether it's your race, religion, country, whatever. It takes decades. That's why I called my second channel Evolve with Lubna, because I've evolved myself. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, but I'm someone who thinks.
Kind of sounds like you're bragging about being better than everyone else. This kind of says I think for myself, I'm like you guys, and I do this and I do that. I see beyond this. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, but you guys are just brainwashed little lunatics who get outraged at everything that happens because of 40 generations of first cousin marriage. But I'm not saying there's any problem with any of that.
I mean, to be honest, she I would say she probably is better than 99% of.
She indisputably is. Just say it. That's what we're saying.
So
you are indisputably better than the Pakistani army, Lubna, and you are indisputably morally and intellectually superior to the people who are threatening you and throwing a tantrum over.
Lubna, you're the number one. So yeah, you can just say it.
And that is dangerous in a community where you're supposed to you do what you are told to do. You don't think for yourself. That kind of mindset, I wish these people. Oh, sorry, I've got a nose coming out. I don't have a tissue. Yes, I would like the
Well, how
extremists
smart can you
to
be then?
know. Fantastic, you've won. Okay, good luck. Please don't come after me. I'm a single parent. I don't have money right now. I left my job to build these YouTube channels. I really genuinely thought I'm doing something good. Okay. Now, if you guys don't appreciate it, whatever, you guys think you can take someone's life when I'm trying to help. My supporters kept saying, criticize Islam, criticize Islam. I never criticized Islam. I said my whole entire family is Muslim. I never did anything, but still, you guys have such a low tolerance.
That's true. They do.
Man. I mean, it was inevitable, isn't it? Wasn't it? I mean, she knows it very well. She knows it too. She knows that if she went out like this, if she started talking about the Muslim Pakistani community and so on, she would eventually get attacked. When she should know this better than most people here. So this is just a regular, natural consequence of dealing with a very, very, very messed up population, and critiquing them. This is simply what happens when you face them, when you criticize them, when you analyze them, when you just even constructively criticize them, right? When you just tell them, hey, we shouldn't do this, we should do this instead. They already get angry and want to kill you. It's pretty bad.
If you say, hey, you shouldn't be banging goats and having all these gay orgies and stuff in the army. You should be focused on learning to, be a good army and stuff. They're like, well, you can't tell us what to do. We'll destroy you. We'll dox you.
Yeah, we shouldn't be banging goats. We should be banging donkeys instead. Yeah. Sad. Good to see you here, Infidel Noodle.
Sorry?
Infidel Noodle has big balls too for what she does.
I haven't read any of the comments, guys. I can't even see because I've got tears in my eyes. I haven't read the comments. The problem is when you say something where you're trying to improve the community.
Oh yes, she should be invited by Piers Morgan, but Piers Morgan would probably ignore this.
No, she's too Islamophobic to have on my show. She's just like Tommy Robinson. She thinks there's some possible danger from Islam somewhere, and that's impossible. Now, let's get on the entire panel of Nazis that we have lined up to tell us about Jews.
Yeah, if he invited her, he would probably start. So, and why do you speak like that about the Pakistani Muslims?
In fact, don't you deserve what's happening to you right now? And don't you deserve all of it for choosing to say that there could possibly be a problem with Islam somewhere?
I mean, what did you expect, honestly, Lubna? What did you expect? What did you think was going to happen? Do you not find blame in yourself for what you have done? That's probably what Piers Morgan would say.
And Lubna, just like you to inform you that we have some special guests joining us, the British police, who are here to throw you in prison with a bunch of Pakistanis for a long, long time.
And by the way, after you're gone, I will have my other guest, Mohammed Hijab, here, who will talk about what kind of a prostitute you are. So... the sad state of the United Caliphate is terrible.
The community thinks you're the enemy. And then anyone who's outside the community who's not a Muslim, who's not Pakistani, they also see me potentially as an enemy because they think I'm Muslim Pakistani, right? So you get bashed from both sides. Both sides get bashed.
Not like Muhammad, though.
And I've always tried to keep a balance. I've always tried not to pander to anyone's views. I've always tried to do that kind of stuff. The fact is, I know that my voice was a powerful voice, okay? Although I didn't need to criticize anyone's religion to make my point. And that's what they can't stand as well. They can't stand that I haven't done any, stuff.
I think when I first heard of her, I heard that she mentioned me and disapprovingly or something because she said that I talk... I don't know, that I'm demonizing people or something like that. Now, I don't know if that's what she said. I don't want to misrepresent her, but that's what I remember. I find all of this a little bit ironic. I hope that she gets the message now. What
Yeah,
kind
think about the irony. Shame on you. No, I'm not saying, I don't know what she said either, but there are plenty of people like this. Shame on you, apostate prophet, for saying there's a problem in the Muslim community. How dare you suggest that there's any problem with Islam, you racist, you bigot, you Islamophobe. Let me say something about something in Pakistan. Oh, I have to shut down everything because I'm being threatened by Muslims.
Did you see, since we're talking about the hypocrisy of Piers Morgan here,
There's no
Piers Morgan.
people can say things to white people all the time and they never get canceled. There's no backlashing about this. I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
Well, go
not
on then,
have
say
free
it. Say
You
the
will
M.
not have
Go on,
free
say.
speech.
Go on, say the M word. Go on.
Whoa.
I'm
No,
not
no, no,
ashamed.
Hang on, hang
Don't
on.
invite. No.
No.
I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me because I'm the only.
That's not what Pierce is doing. He's saying, say what you want.
Please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word, because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here.
That is true.
And one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jew.
What this guy is doing here, what Myron is doing here, is showing a. Wait, what is that? I think it's a gun that pulls out a Nazi symbol.
Oh yeah,
Or
that sounds like your buddy Myron.
Or the N-word, I don't know.
Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand what you're saying.
I hear you.
And I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
What I find funny is this woman on the right the entire time. She's just
like, what? Why am I
what
here?
am I doing
What
here?
did I get into?
What am I doing here? Oh, it's the N-word? Really? That's interesting. Okay.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there.
But even further, I think she actually says it somewhere. I don't know. But so he's the guy who doesn't invite Tommy Robinson because Tommy Robinson is too Islamophobic. And then he actually invites this woman whose entire reason why she's famous now is that she went viral saying the N-word.
Isn't she the chick that she said the N-word and then they treated her like all the Groypers and stuff treated her like a hero, and then she went down to hang out with them and then they all called her a dirty whore.
Yeah.
And said she was banging everybody and stuff like that, and getting banged by Jake Shields and stuff, and then posting pictures of her daughter and saying all sorts of creepy, perverted stuff about her little daughter and all that stuff. That was her.
I think so.
Okay, she still thinks that's a good road to go down.
Fronts. They're trying to bring legal.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Hey, hang on. Hey, isn't it interesting that she's basically saying, I want a world where anyone can say anything they want. So, yeah, you've got a glimpse of that with guys talking about your daughter and you freaking out about it, going, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are they? You got a glimpse of people saying whatever they want. And you didn't like it when it was about you. You really, really, really didn't like it when it was about you.
I forgot what this woman's name is. I think Ricky something. But just look at her face the entire time. Look at this throughout these 2 minutes. She's like, "What am I doing here?" Man.
In this debate, very quickly to your own racism, which.
But yeah, this is the hypocrisy of Piers Morgan. He will disinvite people and say, oh, they're too Islamophobic. And then he actually invites people whose only reason to fame is that they say racist stuff. That's it. What a hypocrite. This is the typical British way.
I just thought I'll come live because I don't want to sit there scripting stuff or redoing it, whatever. This is, it is what it is. My life is at risk. The police is involved. And I've changed so much things in my life to continue this channel that you can't even understand, because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about the stuff because there's people, like I said, listening who criticize me. It's not even just critics. I can handle critics, but there are people that think it's okay to take my fucking life, for God's sake. It's not worth it. Seriously, it's not worth it. I wish the British native English people good luck. This is, your country, your ancestors, whatever,
Whoa, it's very racist. What is this? It's very, very, very racist. She's saying that this country belongs to the native British white people. What's wrong with? Whoa, man, that's pretty racist. This country belongs
extremely
to
racist.
Pakistanis. Anyway,
your heritage. They fought for this country. I've done my part. I'm sorry, I don't feel safe in this country. This is supposed to be UK. I'm supposed to feel safe here. I don't feel safe in this country. Where people think that they can get away with harming me because this is what's happened to this country's become so, like, you know.
Infidel noodle. It's very interesting that you ask me. I don't know, Lubna, is she an ex-Muslim or more of a moderate Muslim? I thought you would know. I don't know. Some people are saying mixed things, but some people are saying she's an ex-Muslim agnostic or something. Some people are saying that she's cultural Muslim or something, whatever that means. Yeah. My daughter here said Lubna is a Muslim. I trust my daughter usually. So, yeah.
We're just anything can happen.
Hey, by the way, it is interesting that she's sitting here saying she doesn't feel safe. She doesn't feel safe. I hear that from a lot of. She's some kind of Muslim still, but I hear that from a lot of ex-Muslims. I hear that from a lot of just native British people if they're in areas that are overrun by Pakistanis and so on. But what's interesting is you probably remember that Keir Starmer video he put out, and I've heard from Muslims who say they're scared to wear the hijab because of how they're going to be attacked. Like, where does this happen? Where in the UK is a woman not safe to wear a hijab? Nowhere. But but at the end of the day, if a Muslim says, I'm scared from all the Islamophobes, the government's like, oh, well, tell us what to do. We'll go around and arrest anyone who makes you feel unsafe, even if they've done nothing except criticize Islam on Facebook. And they're fine with that. But you've got all these people posting, I don't feel safe walking down the street anymore. Or I don't feel safe because you won't stop these guys. What are you going to do to stop these guys if they come to kill? Nothing. You're going to do nothing. You're going to do nothing. You're going to sentence them to prison dawah. That's what you'll do. And yet they're not going to lift a finger. They'll do the bare minimum that they're required if she calls and says these guys threaten me or something like that. But they're not going to be like, oh, we need to do something about Islam making people feel unsafe, because that would be Islamophobic.
I don't know what she's scared of. It's London. It says Muslim population only 15%. It's only 15%. It went from only like a few percent to 15% in 2 decades. So what's the problem? They have Luton here, which is 33% Muslim. In a few years, it's going to be a Muslim majority. You have Bradford here, which is 30% Muslim. What was that other stupid place? That very, very historical UK place, which has been turned into a Birmingham. What's that? Birmingham. What does it say precisely about Birmingham here? Oh, look at that. Look what it says here. Looky. Islam 30%, Christianity 34%. So what could go wrong, What could go wrong?
Nothing. These places are obviously going to be the same as or better than they were in the past, right?
Yes. Totally.
Nothing bad is going to happen from all this, right?
Totally. Which is why we need one thing, and that is what Aqua said here.
So I'm gonna bring guests on the stage, but if because like I said, I will continue the channel. Frankly speaking, I need the money, but I'm not going to speak about what I'm speaking about, and I may take a bit of a break. I will always have some kind of social media presence, whether that's Instagram or something, just as a way to tell you guys that I'm okay. If you stop hearing from me, guys, for any reason, okay, then I'm not okay. I'm making that very, very clear. I will be online, either doing lives and moderating, or just talking general stuff, or just on Instagram. There will be something from me every single day. If you stop seeing stuff from me, that means there's something wrong.
I don't even know. I don't even understand why she would say she's going to stop. It makes zero sense right now. Like 0 cents. Lubna, hope you're watching this afterwards. If not, someone send her this clip, because this is as straightforward and easy to understand as anything can possibly be ever. You're a YouTuber, which means you are not glued to any particular location. You can go anywhere and do exactly what you're doing here. All you need is internet access and whatever computer and mic you've got. That's it. That's all you need. And you can do that anywhere. So you've just been threatened. What do? You say, I need to move because they know where I am. And here's what they're threatening me with. Here's a GoFundMe. I need to relocate. Guess what? All your fans will gladly chip in some money so you can get out of wherever you're at, get into a safer location without people knowing where you're going. See, AP is just pointing out, hey, you got 30% here, 33% there. There are other places where it's around 0%. And as long as you're not drawing attention to your location and so on, you can make it hard to find you. You can make it hard to find you and get to a safe place. So make a GoFundMe. Here's what I need to get out of this and get to a safer place. Your fans will gladly chip in to get you to a safer place. And then you start doing exactly what you've been doing. In fact, since you'll be even safer, then you can dial it up and start blasting away like we do.
Yeah, there is no hope here. Look at this. Birmingham demographics. 1980s, no data. 1990s, estimations. Muslims, 8% to 9.9%. 2001, Christians, 59%. Muslims, 14%. 2011, Christians, 46%. Muslims, 22%. 2021, Christians, 34%. Muslims, 30%. Things are not going to change. They're not going to get better. You either live with it or you do something about it. I would prefer that you do something about it. And if you need to go to a different place to do something about it, then do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. We just gave you a roadmap. It's easy. Easy.
Christians are moving out of these places and Muslims are moving in and taking over. Nobody wants to stay with them. And this is
weird
how the Islamization happens. Because of these bigoted Christians who just don't want to live around Muslims. Racist, Islamophobic, racist Christians.
Yeah, and all these 12-year-old girls.
Racists.
Yeah, they're racist. They don't want to be used as prostitutes and sex slaves by these guys. What's wrong with them?
Racists.
And it's Pakistanis. Remember them? Pakistanis?
Yeah. Racists. Racists.
I don't think that's true.
Hello.
They would have known that
We can't hear you because you've got
particularly from Rajasthan.
appreciate.
I don't know what else happened. Why is there some naked guy here in his bed? Not sure what else is happening here. But yeah. This is the video, David. Now you know what's happening. Don't ever tell me again you don't know what's going on. So what is your final advice to Lubna?
I already gave it. See, Lubna, and she may be planning this already. She may know what she's about to do and may want to just be laying low until she can, get to safety and so on. But it's generally a bad idea. Some people have to do it. Some people have to do it for their own safety, but it's generally a bad idea. You need to avoid at all costs letting these guys win. If they want you to be quiet and you let them silence you, that sends them a message that they can actually control people with threats and intimidation and violence and so on. So what you have to do is you have to show them the opposite. You have to show them, hey, if you respond to my peaceful, calm comments with threats and intimidation and violence and doxing and so on, I'm gonna move and I'm gonna dial it up even more. But the consequences have to be the opposite of what they want every single time. And that's the only thing that will ever convince them to change. Because if you start backing down from these, if you're backing down from these guys now, as almost everyone else backs down from them, well, just get used to being subjugated, because that's the message. You're basically inviting them, saying, go ahead and subjugate us.
Risk with what you were doing, you see. I just want to say you've done enough, Lubna.
Thanks, David. Thank you. If I can go to Nakama now. Sorry, I can't see with the tears. Hi, Nakama.
Hi. That's all right. Yeah, I'm. Well, yeah. Gosh, I couldn't. Even though. seeing everything you've been doing, I wanted to support you. I wanted to support you, and I know I did a YouTube channel for a very short period of time, and nothing like what you're doing. There wasn't any controversial topic or anything. And to be honest, like
EDL, I've never gone to a protest. I don't know Tommy Robinson. With all your Zionist friends on YouTube, you help them wage war on kids in Gaza. I haven't done anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I've always condemned it. I hope these Pakistanis in the UK slap the fuck out of you. Yeah, don't talk ever again. You trouble causer, you Zionist pig. Thank God you're crying. You made a lot of children in Gaza.
Oh wait, what? Now she's reading the threats. That's what she's
reading
doing?
them. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Pakistani, this Paki.
It's too
Can
bad.
I just say, I've just read in the private chat, someone's giving me death threats. Like,
yeah,
but they're not going to come on stage. So repent to Islam, Lubna, surrender, and take back your slander and lies about Muslims. What slander and lies about Muslims? Every fucking video is titled Pakistani, this Paki, that Paki's this. You're a racist, dirty pig, and you got what you deserve. You should say sorry to all Muslims and Pakistanis. And then this person says, retarded bitch, you deserve to die for supporting Israel war on children. I've never supported Israel's war on children. I bet you will never tell a lie about Pakistanis ever again. LOL. Little kafir pig, you are a liar. You help the Zionists and EDL. I haven't helped the Zionists and EDL. I've never gone to a protest. I don't know Tommy Robinson. With all your Zionist friends on YouTube, you help them wage war on kids in Gaza. I haven't done anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I've always condemned it. I hope these Pakistanis in the UK slap the fuck out of you. Yeah, don't talk ever again. You trouble causer, you Zionist pig. Thank God you're crying. You made a lot of children in Gaza cry. What are you talking about? I've got nothing to do with Gaza. I've never supported any kind of war. So this is ridiculous. And then another person, LOL says, Lubna, you live in the UK. There is 10,000 of Pakistanis and Muslims, and all you have done is lie about them for the past 1 year. And did you expect what's going to happen to you? And then you invited Zionists on your channel who promoted deaths of children. Please don't act all innocent. Now you have blood on your hands. Oh my God, my channel is open to everybody. Muslims have come on my channel as
well. What she's reading there, the message that she's getting, are basically, you deserve to get these death threats, and you deserve to have your life endangered because you lie about Muslims and you lie about Pakistanis, because you speak ill of us and you criticize us. Therefore, you deserve to have your life threatened. Therefore, you deserve to live in fear. You deserve to be shut down. This is the typical attitude that you get from
everyone catching this. So we've seen repeatedly over the years, ladies and gentlemen, what happens if there's even a rumor that someone has disrespected Islam in Pakistan. You could just make it up. So you could be having an argument about something. If you don't like someone and you want them to die instantly, you don't have to kill them. You just walk away and say, oh, this person just burned the Quran. This person did this with the Quran. My goodness, this person insulted Muhammad. They form a mob and beat the person to death. Why? Because they believe that that's what they're supposed to do to someone who criticizes Muhammad or the Quran. The British government says, hey, let's take as many of these people who will gladly kill over any sort of criticism. Let's import as many of them to the UK as possible and surround people like Lubna with them.
What could go wrong?
And then she's sitting here saying, hey, I've been threatened just for calmly stating my views on various things. And what is it? This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. This is what you get. This is what you get. What does that mean? Now the UK is filled with him. Now the UK is filled with people who think it's perfect. It's a good thing to do, to threaten and kill and do all kinds of other things. We saw what the grooming gangs did. But this is how you deal with people. And now you're stuck with it, UK. Great job. Great job electing your leaders.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
As well. Jewish people come as well. Christians come as well. Atheists come as well. Hindus come as well. Sikhs come as well. So this is what I'm saying. What the reality of what I've done and what they see is, oh, Jewish person is here. Israeli is here. Okay, that's it. You know, like, it's completely crazy. All the Muslims that support my channel, they don't see that. When I condemn any kind of war on both sides, and they don't see that. They just, it's completely. Then this person goes on to say, blood on your hands, Lubna. What are you talking about? You better shut your mouth now. Keep your mouth shut, Lubna. You don't live in Israel. You live in the United Kingdom of Islam. You won't get away with mocking
United
dead
Kingdom
babies.
of Islam.
I've never mocked dead babies in Gaza. Are you completely crazy?
Well, he says it's the United Kingdom of Islam. To be fair, he's right. I mean, what can you say? Yeah.
And Lubna, she's like, they don't understand anything. Why don't they understand what I'm actually saying? And they just go with something that's not what I said and so on. Lubna, You are surrounded by people, people who are the product of 40 generations of first cousin marriage. They don't understand anything you're saying. They'll hear you say a word. Oh, she's saying this. Let's kill her. And the UK is making sure you stay in this position.
Beast.
It's completely. It's just like I'm just like shocked. This is exactly why I don't even want to continue with this life. They're completely.
By that she means the live stream, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, she doesn't mean her life, everyone.
Yes.
Get
Calm
your
down.
minds out of the gutter.
What's wrong with you?
Crazy people. I have never said.
You
I've
just
never
called them
mocked
crazy.
children's death in Gaza.
You just called them crazy.
Crazy
That's
thing
insulting.
someone can make up about me. That's just stupid.
Yeah, no, they're just making things up at this point.
It's okay. I'm gonna have to take you off the stage because they see you as someone who's Israeli Jewish, and they're trying to come after me for some stupid reason. It's fine.
But she actually took her off because they were attacking her because Nechama is Jewish.
Oh, hey! She did put up a GoFundMe, man.
She did?
Yep. She got a GoFundMe up.
Let us see.
And it's coming from her Twitter page, so it's not something someone else made up about her.
I also see it in over here, but there is no link to it here.
It's on her Twitter page, man. Candid with Lubna.
Let us see. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. Life threatened by extremists. She put a £1,000 target here.
What the heck is she going to do with £1,000? What is that?
4,000 by now. I think she should be making a video about this.
My life has been threatened by Islamic extremists. I need the funds urgently to relocate. You need more than £1,000 to relocate.
What the hell are you going to do with £1,000?
Yeah, what are you going to do with £1,000? You're just going to like jump on a bus, grab all your stuff. I mean, you can't even move for that much. Assuming if you got 2 kids and so on, you probably have enough stuff that you need someone to move you or something like that. Okay, we want to share this.
Now, she should be making a video about this. She should be making a video sharing this, not just posting about it.
Yeah, well, she links to a video. It's probably the same video that's up. But yeah, you should make a video saying, everyone go to my GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Because I have to get out of here. This is 101. This is 101, Lubna. If you're threatened and you need to get out of a place, having a bunch of money to get out of a place is significantly more helpful than having a little bit of money to get out of a place.
That makes a lot of sense.
I know.
Lubna's Go fundraiser. Okay, so I'm gonna put the fundraiser here in the description just to help her out if she needs to, and I'm also going to put it here into the chat and pin it, so anyone who wants to support this woman, feel free to do so. You can find the link in the chat and also down in the description. Yeah, I think she needs it. She needs it. It's you're not going to get anywhere with 1,000 or even 3,000. So if people want to support her, they should. Unfortunately, the UK is not a country where people are safe. The UK doesn't protect its own population. The UK is a country where the own population is exposed to all kinds of danger because the UK authorities are a bunch of scared weasels who rather work for the Islamists, which is why people like her need help from the public.
Fine, I'm just gonna go now. Like, I can't. I've screenshot your messages, by the way. This is the mentality. I've never said anything bad about Gaza, for God's sake. Jesus Christ, seriously. It's just completely... I'm just gonna go, guys, okay? I'm just gonna go because I've never said anything like that. Well, good luck. I'm not gonna bother talking about you guys again. But making up lies, dangerous lies, it's very, very, like, you know, well, I don't know why you're making stuff up. I've never said any of that stuff that you're saying. Anyways, good luck, guys. That's it. I'm going, bye.
She did say just now. She just mentioned that this is dangerous, and she's not wrong. If she is publicly accused of speaking ill of Gazans and supporting Israel and all that in the UK, as a person of Muslim origin, as a person of Pakistani origin,
they get madder at you.
this immediately puts a target on her. And then on top of that, as a woman, this immediately puts a target on her back.
She is the total package of, apart, you know, the only thing that would make it worse for her is if she were an ex-Muslim. Other than that, she's got everything going against her right now. She's viewed as a traitor to her people and community, a traitor to her religion. She's out of line for being a woman, and she's not covered up. And it's like everything that could possibly enrage them. She's going after not even what she's actually saying, but just what they're saying that she's claiming is she's going after Pakistanis who will lose their minds at any criticism, even if it didn't happen. And they're saying, oh, she's celebrating the deaths of and supporting the deaths of Gazan children, and she didn't do anything, but they're still saying it about her. Guys, notice it's the exact same thing they do in Pakistan, right? Oh, I'm having an argument with this guy. He's really messed up. He disagrees with me. This guy desecrated the Quran, and he's on the side of Israel. He said he supports Israel genocide. And they'll gather around and kill the person. The United Kingdom took a bunch of those people with that exact mindset, brought them into the UK. How do they operate when they don't like something? You could just hear something she said in a live stream and just not like the fact that she isn't wearing a burqa or something like that. And what do you say? Do you say, hey, wear the burqa? No, you scare the crap out of her. Why? How? You threaten her. You say, hey, and then if you want to get other people riled up against her, you run around saying, oh, she said that Pakistani men are little weaklings and that we're all inbred goat bangers. Oh, my goodness, how could she say this? And you know what she said? She said she supports Israel and she wants Israel to kill every man, woman, and child in Gaza. And you just go around saying this stuff. And she's going, when did I say any of this stuff? They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about speaking the truth. They love to lie about people, and they love to get people killed. Makes them feel powerful.
That's true. Police is involved in investigating 2 men attempting to break into her home. Yeah, I'm not sure how true this is, but if Liam says it in the chat, then it must be true. So
Liam is a British name.
Yeah,
you don't see any Americans with that silly name.
Yeah. Anyway, I wish her all the best. I shared her fundraiser link. I suggested she should make a video about this and tell people and ask people if she indeed needs help to get out of there, because the UK is not a safe place for her.
Lubna, we hope you're listening to this at some point. But yeah, make a video, short little 4 to 5 minute video, explain the situation, that you're actually in danger and that you need to relocate, and you've looked into the costs of getting to a safe place where you don't have any of the people who want to threaten you, and how you can go there and have a nice secure location and so on. Do all that stuff. Tell people what it costs. Guess what? People will cover it. Why? Because people want you to be safe from these guys, and they don't want these guys to win. And then so go to that safe place and continue talking about whatever you want to talk about.
That's that. Anyway, let's see. Ida Rogozin, what's up, Ida? Queen Hyena says, I've been following Lubna for some time and she's been amazing, trying to get UK Muslims to speak out. She is Pakistani heritage, Muslim family, and a voice of reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with her at all. I have no idea what she does and what she did in the past. But she seems like a brave person who has been outspoken about certain things for which she gets death threats. And if you get death threats, and if you're in Britain, you have my respect automatically. So Aaron says, unless the vid has been edited, she will read she would read the threats during the stream before the end of it. Really? We should probably look at that. Raisin Bread, please have ex-Muslim Arisha Babar in your live stream one day. She's a Pakistani ex-Muslim living in Germany. She will tell how Pakistani Muslim women are treated in Pakistan. Westerners don't realize how demented Islam is, and they ignorantly convert to this religion because of a Muslim BFGF. Harisha Babar.
One question though, if she's in Germany, how is anyone going to understand what she's saying?
That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. Very, very good point. Let's see. Arisha. Huh. In Germany? Her channel looks like it's from Pakistan. Oh, okay. Now I see her photos now, which looks like Germany. Okay. I'll check it out. I'll see. Inshallah. A ball peen hammer says Islamic culture and equals cousin marriage, low IQ, bestiality, pedophilia, and hatred for work. Thank Allah that they found conquered Persians when they did. This is very, very racist. Flipper says we Dolphins have officially declared war on Pakistan. Free our girls.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you've got the support of certain other kind of victim here.
The goats.
That's goat for we stand in solidarity with our fellow dolphin rape victims.
Yeah. The dolphins and the goats stand united against Islam. Justin Zabiba says, wait a minute, did I just skip a super chat?
Probably did.
Okay. Predicted this when I found a channel of a Muslim man doing a fake Englishman voice saying how he speaks for all white men, that they don't want her. Channel is connected with Lubna. Okay, they made a parody of her to attack her. Justin Zabiba, subscribe to Lubna. We can do way better than 100,000. We can indeed. Indeed. David is probably going to make a video after this calling everyone to support her.
No, but I'll share the link.
SVR said, if I'm not mistaken, India also has a promiscuity and rape problem, no? Where is worse, Pakistan or India? They don't say anything bad about India.
Yeah, Pakistan's worse.
Pakistan is always worse.
That's why, that's the line between India and Pakistan. That's the other Diddy line.
Even if India is worse, Pakistan is still worse.
India's like, we're safe as long as we're on this side of the line.
Yeah. A Bull Runner, new channel name, not very candid with Lubna. Powerful. Vyativis too little do the Abduls know that Lubna quitting her for her safety sends a far bigger message than her continuing to make videos.
That is true. Like, regardless of what she does at this point, whether she continues, whether she backs off completely, whether she dials things up, no matter what happens, all these guys who are trying to, hey, if you're saying anything that we regard as critical of Islam, we will silence you. The entire world is getting pretty sick of this right now. And you just gave them another exhibit in everyone's education about Islam.
Exhibit. Irregardlessly. Yeah. Let's see. Let us see. Rick Newton, Momo the homo, crossing the line. He got azooted. He was not fine. His God exposed him in Quran 6:9. And in the darkness, Jesus will shine.
That's all true.
To be fair, I wouldn't necessarily include a line about Jesus at the end of such a poem, but still, I appreciate the sentiment.
Keep your poems separate.
Less spicy ramen. Guys, she clearly is intimidated by peace. Yeah, that's what it looks like. She can't handle all the peace.
There's too much peace to bear.
Aaron, David Wood, for context, she's been exploring Le recent Q&A with Muslims who both did and didn't support her. A pastor, a Jew, and many others. Oh, hi, AP. Her. Okay. Winnie the Pooh. She's lucky they didn't arrest her for Islamophobia. They probably will. Nathan Beard. What's up, Nathan Beard? Nathan Beard said, AP, please take care of your health. We need your voice, literally and figuratively. You can't have my voice. You can come and try and take it. You're not going to get it. So, Emmanuel O'Christ says, USA PhD.
Heck. You want me to read these? You are too sick, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why'd you agree to go live, man? Why don't you say, no, I'm too sick, and I'm just going to be a complete embarrassment to everyone. I'll read this. USA PhD found manuscripts, Book of the Prophet titled The Lord of the Holes, The Fellowship of Al-Zut, The Moaning Minaret, The return of the cuck. Still not gayer than Pakistan and its army. That's true. As gay as Muhammad was when he was getting banged by the Pakistanis himself, still not as gay as the Pakistani army is today.
Yeah, there are only two things that are gayer than that. One of them is the Pakistani army, and the other rhymes with haywire.
I was going to say Jake Shields, but
oh yeah, okay. Diversity and unity. She can hire Jute for bodyguard. Yeah, yeah, Jute. Demon Soul says, "I'm a British Pakistani ex-Muslim. Thanks for your work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. You need to get lots of people out of there." By the way, Annabelle, did you see Sneeko and his new BFF on Pierce? Oh, I did. I did.
wait, they're on Pierce? Sneeko's on Pierce?
It's not Sneeko. Kanye was on Pierce.
What Sneeko was? You just said Sneeko and his new BFF on Pierce.
Yes, Pierce invited Kanye, and Sneeko was with Kanye on there.
As his crazy translator?
Yeah. It was actually kind of funny. Yeah.
How are we not covering that?
2 years ago, I interviewed Kanye West on Uncensored after he'd made global headlines for anti-Semitic outbursts. Most outrageously, he tweeted that he wanted to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. It was a heated interview. It's a long interview. I held him to account. I told him his publicly stated love of Hitler. You should probably talk to somebody other than me. What followed, frankly, was a farce.
I'm getting you multi-tracks right now.
Laughed at by.
West is rarely out of the headlines at the moment, it's fair to say. And both Sneeko
What are
and
you blabbering on, man? Just get to the point.
Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, you know, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay, so we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
I was going to say that. Well, just point to the view, man.
Your life is good?
Looks like Pierce is having trouble getting him to say more than one or two words at a time.
This is so insane, man.
No, congratulations.
And then he actually stormed out because he got offended by Piers Morgan getting his follower count wrong.
Put out on X, you got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not gonna take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
I mean, no. I mean, don't help them out. You know they.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No. Congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations? Or
What's this Sneeko just take out of his butt?
I only know one Kanye song, and that's Gold Digger. That's it.
Played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born.
Would you respect? What are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's 30. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
Literally, you said it. You implied I haven't played your music. Of course, I played.
It seems like he has a persecution complex, like everyone's out to get him or something, some crap like that.
No, sir.
But this is not.
This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay. Where's he gone, Sneeko?
Sneeko's like, what do I do? Do I walk out in solidarity or do I stay? Because now Pierce will have to talk to me.
Where's he going?
He doesn't know what to do. What do I do? Do I walk out in solidarity or do I stay and talk?
There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the.
So it's all just a game, is that the idea?
Followers. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
What?
Dude, Crackhead Barney was a better show than this. Crackhead Barney was a better guest, Pierce.
Life is a video game.
I would rather have Crackhead Barney debating Mohammed Hijab on here than what we just saw.
Who invites Sneeko as their sidekick? What an idiot! He actually said that the whole time. I mean, Kanye is your boss here in the situation, man. You're probably supposed to just get up and leave.
You were supposed to get up and walk out with him, Sneeko. Amateur move, but
freaking idiot.
To be fair, he probably just had no clue what to do. But yeah, Sneeko, your main job there is to demonstrate your loyalty to Kanye. He's the one with the cash.
But he actually just sat there for for 10 minutes or so. Nearly 10 minutes.
And Sneeko should have just not said anything, just glared. If you want to sit there, then just glare the entire time.
You set up the interview with him
another time. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, tell him from me he's a sniveling little coward. And he's an anti- That's what I would have asked him if he'd had the balls to sit there and take the questions. And there you are, proudly associating yourself with him. Good luck to you, Sneeko.
You're getting lectured on who he associates with by Pierce Morgan. That's funny. Oh, boy.
Ridiculous. But 3 clowns together. 3 clowns. I mean, it's not just Kanye here, right? It's Kanye is a clown, Sneeko is a clown, and Pierce is actually the bigger clown. I think of all the 3 involved here, Pierce is the worst, I would say.
Pierce should just change the name from Pierce Morgan Uncensored to Pierce Morgan's Flying Circus or something.
Something like that. I mean, Kanye, he's mentally ill, Sneeko is retarded, but Pierce, he should know better than to do this whole show here. So, very, very unfortunate. That's what they do. That's what they do, That's what they do. Anyway, speaking of mental underdevelopment, I did want to talk about this sometime, but maybe I think I should go live and talk about this separately, because Lyron Gaines actually went live the other day and reviewed the entire debate between me and Andrew Wilson. And at the beginning, he said a few words about debating me.
So this guy, Apostate Prophet, here's the thing. He wanted to actually debate me on the Cookie Monster event.
David, do you know what he means by Cookie Monster event?
Yeah, he's talking about the Holocaust. They do this ongoing cookie joke where you couldn't have baked that many cookies. You couldn't have put that many cookies into an oven. It's one of their objections. They don't even understand how stupid they are.
Don't say why. Don't say why. Just leave it. Don't say why. They don't get it. He's a complete imbecile. He can't even get the argument. He can't even get the facts right, which he tries to debunk. I did challenge him for one very, very simple reason. No, I don't think that Amru Fadl here, which is his real name. His name is not Myron Gaines.
Why is he ashamed of his real name?
It's Amru Fadl because it sounds too Middle Eastern and African. So Amru Fadl, who calls himself Myron Gaines, keeps going around praising Hitler and the Nazis and keeps denying the Holocaust. And I would normally not entertain the idea of somebody actually denying the Holocaust and then this being a debate topic. However, I would want to have a debate with him if the prompt is the Holocaust a hoax or something like that, and want to have a debate with him where the entire purpose is simply to just expose the heck out of him for what kind of a liar he is, and to put an end to people like him. So he says he actually wants to debate me, but here's his reasoning why he doesn't want to debate me. So let's see.
The Cookie Monster event, which I kind of want to do, but here's the problem. Doing that debate, we can't do it on YouTube, bro. Can't do it on YouTube, unfortunately, because that would create a lot of problems.
That's his reasoning.
No, Cameron from Capturing Christianity said he'd be willing to host it. So he's willing. The risk would be to your channel if you're hosting and a bunch of people say some messed up stuff and so on. Cameron said he's willing to take the risk, it sounds like, but so just do it on Rumble. What's the point? I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah. It can be broadcast on Rumble. YouTube is no obstacle at all.
Yeah, in
So-
other words, that sounds like an excuse because there's only like a million different places. You could do it on Twitter, you could do it on Rumble, you could do it on a million other sites. So, well, yeah, it just doesn't look like it's going to work. I have to listen to something real quick to see if we should be bringing this up. So I'm going to mute this.
Big coward.
You keep
If
talking.
I would say if he's scared of debating me on this topic, I could recommend that he has a debate with a woman, because he thinks that women are dumb and women are lowly and women are stupid and women don't deserve anything and all that. So if he's scared of me because I'm a man, maybe he can debate with a woman. I have a perfect recommendation. Her name is Elika Lebon, and I'm in touch with her. I would happily put those together in touch and have her debate Amaru Fuddle. I'm sure he would totally, totally refute her and win the debate. I would totally recommend that, inshallah. But I will probably talk about this at some other time further. Let us see. AP tries to look like Mahdi, but looks like Mario. Mario, yes. Mario Brothers. See how this woman oozes Islamophobia? Yeah, she does. She does. Very, very bad. Kahundu Matingu made a super sticker. Thank you very, very much. Nurse Loves Coffee says, having a cold is the opposite of base. Get well soon, brother. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. J.A., do you guys think there's hope for UK? No. No. Pray for the UK. That's all you can do. Pray that things don't get very, very bad. Abraham Harb. I own a cafe. A Muslim customer of mine, not Ezra, ordered a halloumi wrap. My employee gave him a Caesar wrap filled with bacon. They tried to force Lubna off YouTube. I forced bacon in them. That's very, very mean.
Extremely mean.
Mosh Cohen, LOL. Is it me or it kind of feels like a comedy sketch? It is a comedy sketch. Mosh. Rick Newton, these are Momo's ideas in a nutshell. Complete brainless, violent followers in the Al-Zut Didi line. Father of lies is the founder of Islam. Based. Van says, black smoke and no pope. AP, what's the hold up? I'm trying to re-Hellenize Constantinople. Wait, what happened to the conclave? What happened to the Vatican?
They didn't pick anyone, man.
When are they supposed to? When did they even start?
The only one who can unite the church is AP, and
yeah, I still have time though. I still need to get baptized. So I already said it. When I get baptized, I will take back Constantinople and also unite the churches. So, but until then, we need a new pope. So, Sir Whitemeat says, hi, Dailywood and AP. Love your content. Thank you. Christian Killian says, you too think it's okay for women to teach the Bible? David, what's wrong with you? David, do you think it's okay for women to teach the Bible?
Sure.
What? How dare you say that? How dare you?
Gotta read.
Susan Lee, where are all the good moderate Muslims to support her? They are a myth. Mosh Cohen, more rapes in India, LOL, by Muslims in India mostly. Very, very mean, Mosh. Jingoistic Pig Liam is nickname of William. William, really? Really? That sounds very, very bad. J.A. Kanye has great XGN song viral on TikTok. Huh. Giovanni Zanini, hey AP and Daily Wire, unrelated subject, but do you have any tips for going to Israel without a tour guide? I'm planning on going later this year. God bless. If you go there, make a plan beforehand. If you're somebody who organizes things well, but on his own, make a proper plan and don't underestimate the sheer amount of things that you can see and do in Israel. Seriously, don't underestimate it. Don't overestimate the time that you have there. And I would still suggest just hiring somebody at least to get some advice.
Find out how I'm sure you already know this, but figure out how long you're going to be there, and then what are the most important things you want to do, and arrange it by region. In other words, figure out all the stuff you want to do in Jerusalem and go and knock all that out with the time that you have. If you want to go to the Sea of Galilee, then lump any of that stuff together. Plan out a route. I'm going to go to Jerusalem. I'm going to spend, let's say, 2 days, 3 days, whatever, in Jerusalem. Then I'm going to head up to the Sea of Galilee. And then I'm going to stay there. And then I'm going to, if you want to, I don't know what else you're planning to do, but maybe you want to go down to the Dead Sea, and you can go down to, it's not a very big place. It's a pretty small place. So you can get to a bunch of different places. But yeah, figure out how long you got, what you want to do, prioritize everything, and lump things together.
Yeah, and don't accidentally go into places where you just get killed. CO, did the leather strap excuse come after being alzoted? Probably. Jackson says, rule
yeah, Muhammad was
Britannia.
never the same after he got alzuted.
SKM1 says, AP, I sold my home. I'm ready to live with you. Awesome. I'm going to send you my address after this. Fatwa, too many black and Mexican Nazis to keep up with. Seriously. David, anything else? Awesome. So I pinned the link to her GoFundMe, and if anyone wants to support her for what she's doing, consider already. I don't know anything. I don't know much about her. I never had contact with her. I never really was aware of what she's doing. But just the fact that she's there, speaking out and critiquing the community and telling people that it's actually the native British population that this country belongs to, telling people to be better and so on. As a Muslim woman or an ex-Muslim woman, as a Pakistani person in the UK, what she's doing takes great courage. So if you want to go and support her, I have it in the chat pinned and also in the description. I put all my reservations about whatever she has said or whatever she is aside, and would simply say she deserves support for what she has been doing and what she's going through now. Nobody deserves to be treated like this, except despite the fact that David thinks that she deserves it. So, yeah. Anything else, David? Okay, fantastic. All right. Did you see Walsh support the lady who called Kid N-word? Yeah, I don't think he actually supported her. I think what he said is that that he thinks people giving her money is a good thing because it will send a message about cancel culture. But it's some very strange logic. People shouldn't be rewarded for being horrible people. Just because there is a problem of, just because there's a cultural problem, just because there is a racial problem, because there's a speech problem, because there are double standards and so on, that shouldn't mean that that you fight something wrong with something really, really wrong. That woman engaged in horrible behavior that shouldn't be rewarded.
And it's a messed up message to send. You have an entire culture that is addicted to attention.
Yeah.
And you're saying, hey, if you really want to get attention, just start screaming racist stuff. And then when people complain about you, then say say, hey, here's how you can send me money for saying all this racist stuff. I mean, it's basically what that blonde chick on Piers Morgan is on there for, right? Yeah. She said, "Oh, I said racist stuff." Yeah, you don't want people becoming heroes just for blurting out racist stuff and then sending a message. Here's how you can get famous and get rich. It's like terrible.
Yeah. That's true. Shouldn't reward bad behavior and shouldn't respond to bad stuff with more bad stuff. That would be bad morality. All right. I leave it here. This was shorter than usual. Thanks everybody for watching. As always, have a fantastic day. And as they say, wait, I gotta change my settings here quickly. Okay, as they say, which is translated into English as the following:
stay away from Islam.
Good advice.
Powerful.